When we have a crisis in our life, we tend, after a while of suffering, agreeing to, okay, I have to change something. We want this change to be so lasting and forever that the kind of crisis and uncomfortable surprise by life itself does never happen again to us. So this changing forever, this lasting change, I want to flip this term around and say, how can I create lasting change in my life? How can I change forever? And the answer is so simple and so hard to digest. By never stopping to change. Never stop changing in your life. If you want a lasting change, make change be your daily habit. And I am great and have been even greater in producing crisis by resisting to change. The only way of somehow titrate the amount of energy that then subconsciously builds up and pops into my awareness as a crisis, the only way of being faster than a crisis is agreeing every day to a titrated dose of crisis, change, uncomfortable feeling. So this video is produced and happening in the global crisis of the coronavirus, and almost everybody is affected by that in an amount and in ways that are very new and feel uncomfortable and full of not knowing, and also full of fear/panic for almost everybody. So there is a tendency in all of us as the global species and in me individually. I want this crisis to go away because I think that after Corona my life will be better. And there is no thing on earth and no God and no goddess who will assure me that I'm right with this assumption. What comes after Corona? Maybe the next crisis. So can we live up to a potential of meeting our crisis individually, globally, collectively, whatever kind of crisis? Can we live up to our potential of facing it directly? Of facing the crisis with even more precision and interest and awareness and agreement to become intimate with this monster? That we paradoxically slow down in the face of a crisis. That we don't try to survive the crisis and after that I will breathe, after that I will be full of basic trust. The magic and the painful and beautiful truth of crisis is they wake us up at all costs to the very fact that we love life anyway. That we are so full of dedication to every moment, that even this moment might be a moment full of fear or not knowing, but a crisis somehow takes everything away that we took for granted and everything away that we used as some kind of excuse for suffering, for being in bad mood. And like, for example, Corona, it takes so many things away from our daily life that we took for granted, especially in privileged societies, like, for example, Germany or other Western civilizations. And then if we now manage, or in any crisis that can come up in the future, if we now manage to slow down and to face the reduction of outer freedom and to somehow stop waiting for the crisis to be over, we somehow merge in a crisis through the layer of a crisis back to life itself. It's us creating the sense of a crisis. By us subconsciously, at least subconsciously, still sticking to some idea of a good life and a bad life. And the moment that a crisis opens up to the very fact that now we have a bad life, we have the blissful opportunity for getting it's me, agreeing to having a good life, and it's me having agreed to having had a bad life because my childhood was rough, because my circumstances are not optimal. They will never be more optimal than in this very moment. And I challenge all of us, because we are in this moment globally challenged in a way that is so much more visible and graspable and real than it has ever been before. I challenge all of us, let's agree now to having a blessed and blissful life anyway, at all costs. I don't know how to get my way through to that. I know if you help me in this project, it will be way easier for me. It will be way easier for everybody around you. So we will have to be very courageous and very creative. And I know deep down in my nervous system, I love life anyway. Help me realizing it right now. I'm so grateful for you being part of the tribe. You are very welcome to stay in touch with my work, with my podcast, with my videos, with my kind of online course around can we all together shake and vibrate and be shocked by the fragility and the beauty of life. You are so welcome, here or there or wherever you want to be.